So I am going to go ahead and do the stay-at-home working mom tag. I found this one on Miss Diaper D's channel. And yeah, let's just dive right in. General questions. Are you a stay-at-home mom or a working mom? I am a stay-at-home mom now, but with my first child, I was a working mom. 2, what made you come to that decision? Me being a stay-at-home mom is what's best for our family. Financially, my whole paycheck would go towards somebody else caring for our children, and my husband and I didn't like the idea of sending our kids to somebody else for 8 hours a day. I wanted to be the one there with them. So with our first, I worked in a home setting to where I could bring him to work with me, so he never left me, but it still was work, and I still, there was times that he wanted to be cuddled that I didn't have the option to drop everything and cuddle him. So I definitely, as number 2 and 3 came along and the opportunity to stay home developed, it was definitely what was best for our family. Was your mom a stay-at-home mom or a working mom? My mom worked, but I didn't live with my mom, so it really didn't affect me. I lived with my grandmother, and she worked from home. How old are your children? I have a 5-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 5-month-old. Are you part of any mom groups or play groups? No. We have at one point reached out to a local moms group, and it wasn't exactly the right fit, I don't think. And then the next questions are for working moms, which none of those really apply anymore, so I'm going to skip to the stay-at-home mom questions. Did you always know you wanted to be a stay-at-home mom? Yes, I knew before my first was born that I wanted to stay home, but circumstances they just didn't allow. That's all I'm going to go into on that one. How long do you plan to stay at home? I'm planning on homeschooling all 3 of the children, so I plan on staying at home until they're much older, assuming everything works well and financially we are able to do that. I don't plan on going back to work until they're quite a bit older, probably in their teens, and then by that point I probably will end up working for my husband, so it really won't be going back to work. Did you go to school before becoming a stay-at-home mom? No, I didn't feel a need to go to college. If you have worked before having children, did you miss it? There are aspects of working outside the home that I do miss, and then there are aspects that I don't miss. I miss the deadlines, and I miss the computer work and stuff. I really enjoyed that kind of stuff, but I don't miss the people that you have to deal with. What was your job or career before you became a mom? The last job I had before I became a mom was a concierge at Lexus, and I basically made sure that you had coffee and donuts and took care of all the service guests in our lounge, and it was definitely one of the jobs that I really, really enjoyed. And I quit working there when I was 15 weeks pregnant because it was just a lot of work. What does your partner do for work? My husband owns his own business. And that is all I'm going to say on that one too. Do you have a daily routine, or you just go with the flow day by day? I'd like a routine, but because of having Patrick, and then we just kind of started settling into a routine when we found out I was pregnant with Caitlin, and then things were just kind of up in the air. So we've just kind of been going with the flow, although things are starting to settle back into that routine now that she's getting to be about 5 months old. Nap times are starting to get more consistent and stuff. So we're working towards a routine. Do you keep up with the housework, or is it shared with your husband or partner? I do the majority of the housework. It doesn't get done every single day because, I mean, obviously, if I have to choose between the kids or the dishes, the kids win out every single time. So, I mean, but for the most part, I do the majority of the housework, and that's, you know, not a big deal. Do you do anything on the side to earn extra money? If so, what? I am working on trying to get an Etsy shop up and going, but so far I've not really had the time to devote to that with 3 kids and you know, one of them being nursing on demand. It's just not worked out so well. What is the one thing that you love about being a stay-at-home mom? The cuddles. I love the kids just coming up and taking naps on me and snuggling and kisses and I love you mamas. Definitely the best part of the job is, you know, that and just seeing the people that they're becoming. I mean, our 2-year-old is definitely becoming more of his own person lately, and so it's been quite interesting to see how he's different from his brother. What is one thing you hate about being a stay-at-home mom? It's not that I hate it. I do find my 5-year-old's desire for independence quite challenging at times, and he thinks he can do a lot of things that he just can't do. And he gets very frustrated because he really wants to do it, and he thinks he can do it, and he can't do it. And so that's definitely a humongous frustration on my part because I want him to be able to do it, and I want him to be able to not scream and be pissed off when he can't do it, but it's just something that he's going to have to learn to cope with right now. So that's a stay-at-home working mom tag. So